5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
We Find Wrestling, one promotion, one event, one match at a time. We are the Indie Wrestling Experience with Bob and John. I am Bob. John, what's up, man?
What's going on, everybody? Hey, Bob. We have a guest I see. I'm very excited about this.
Yes, we are. We've got our buddy, our friend, the CEO of Ragin Pro Wrestling, Rich Buchholtz, back with us. Rich, welcome to the show, man.
Very much for having me.
Yeah, so I'm
Cool,
jumping
Rich.
right in
Welcome
on you,
back,
Rich.
buddy. Yep.
Sorry, I'm jumping right in on you, Rich. What is this post I just saw an hour ago on the Ragin Pro Wrestling Instagram and Facebook? Says it's just a picture of a cloaked figure, and it says everyone needs to see this. Casey Lennox runs RPW's website. She has never lost when Rich officiates. Clear conflict of interest. She beat Jordan with his help. Jordan exposed it. Rich suspended her without pay for telling the truth. Now Jordan returns January 24th, and Casey's conveniently off the show. He's still protecting his favorite. Jordan knocked him out cold for his corruption. January 24th, justice continues. Dude, what's happening over there, dude?
Your guess is as good as mine. Like, I'm seeing stuff and going, I wish I knew who was the person behind it. It would actually help me out a lot.
Yeah, I would guess so.
To their claims, Casey does run our website. Does a phenomenal job. There's been no favoritism whatsoever for us. Anyone that knows me knows I wear glasses.
That's
When I'm in the ring,
The man's got a point, Bob.
I count the shoulders down. 1, 2, 3.
That's right. John, did you see any flagrant favoritism when we were out there at Destiny?
I honestly cannot say that I saw anything. Of course, I do wear glasses. I just want to point that out. I mean, facts.
Right. Now, I don't wear glasses, but I was admittedly looking in the opposite direction when all this shit broke down, because that's what always happens when I'm around. So I don't have any input on that one either. I don't want to admit that I was looking at Casey at the time, because then I'll get lumped into this conspiracy, but I was.
And she was laughing at me, so why would I help her?
That's exactly right. That's
a good point, Rich.
I mean, until now, I thought Casey was the number one suspect to be involved in this. And now I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope I don't offend you, Rich, when I say this, but I really do want one of those shirts. So I hope that doesn't bother you, but like they're hot. I like them.
A lot of my friends like them too, and I'm like, okay, fine. I see what side you're on. It's all good.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Drawing lines.
I guess Jordan's more popular than I am. I guess it's all good.
Yeah, which side are you on, John?
I think my microphone broke.
What's that?
Earphones?
See, the problem is your camera's not freezing when you're doing that, so I can tell.
Hey, listen, I'm always going to be on Rich's side. I got your back, Rich.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are you going to take a stunner for him, like from Jordan Blue? Because I mean, how far does this allegiance go?
Well, that kind of happened to his front, so
that's true.
I mean, I got your back. I mean, there is a limit.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm interested, John. Rich and I were talking before, and I told him we've been watching this with great interest, and I know it's driving Rich's life crazy, but we are into this. Whatever's happening over there, I want to keep watching it.
Rich, I'm worried about you, buddy. You hiring any extra security? I mean, what? Did you get a new ring cam? What's going on, for my friend? I'm worried about you, buddy.
I'm more worried about the fact that people can look on the website and see where I live.
That's a good point.
It is. Because I happen to look at the orders today and I'm like, oh, that's great. My address is on the website. That's phenomenal.
Great. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this is a lot of fun, man. This is well, we're having fun with it at least, but um phew. Let's talk about something else while we're on the subject though. How did Perseverance go?
It went okay. The crowd was a little down from our normal shows, but
Mhm.
everybody seemed to have a really good time. Our entrance looks way different than it was before. We do have the blow up entrance for the Titantron thing that you want to say. And
Mhm.
then we also have like that same kind of entrance for them coming out to the ring.
Oh, cool.
And then we also have something for kids if their parents want to bring them. We have like a bouncy house wrestling ring.
Huh. That's really cool.
So it's pretty cool.
John and I would have torn that up years ago.
They
Now we'd break it.
Yeah, I saw some little snippets. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Rich, didn't somebody get tossed into that?
Yes,
Oh no, don't.
Rick McCarthy tossed Jordan Cross into it.
Was awesome.
And what was the bill to brick for that?
There was a bill for that. The chairs is a different story.
The chairs
I
what?
was gonna figure.
The chairs are a different story. I might have to hire Jordy Nelson to start making hearings.
Uh-oh.
If he gets in the middle of dealing with Cincinnati and Pittsburgh's drama.
Right, right. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, that was crazy. That was the first clip I saw from the show was the chair spot. And you guys have,
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Bob.
I was say you guys have posted a lot of other cool shit. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say basically the same thing. How awesome all the clips I found were. It looked like an amazing card, man. Absolutely.
It was a very good card. From top to bottom, everybody busted their ass. Like I can't give them enough credit for that. The chair stuff does drive me insane though.
Yeah.
That was 100% me that posted that. It's a matter of when you do that kind of stuff, you can lose those chair companies
Oh, okay.
Right.
with playing dominoes because they see that and go, no.
Right. Yeah, that's why Mr. Anderson always pretends to throw people into the seats and then changes his mind.
That's because he wants to keep all his money that he makes.
That's right, exactly. Yeah, well, I mean, it's and listen, congratulations to Garrison Creed, by the way. I did not have Garrison Creed in my bracket.
Not who I had either. I tell you, he came out of nowhere.
Yep.
Who are your finals?
Well, I told you I had Rampage Santana. I originally thought I was going with Aaron Arsenal first. And then I changed to Rampage after the triple threat. And I thought we might end up with Rampage and JDX in the finals, and then Rampage goes over.
Okay.
That's kind of where I thought it might land, but I was way off. But Garrison Creed is the man. I mean, I've seen him at your shows. He's awesome, and congratulations to him. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very, very cool, man. Yeah, I had Arsenal taking it. So, Creed kind of came out of nowhere on me. But listen, again, freaking phenomenal. That dude is amazing. So more power to him, man. He put everybody on notice, that's for sure.
100%.
Yes, sir. I do want to ask you about Isaiah Moore.
Yep.
And Silas Young. How was that match? How did it go?
It went really good. Silas went over. I think the match is probably like 15 to 16 minutes. It was a good match. Isaiah came out as a surprise to Axel Rico the night before.
Oh, okay.
So Isaiah was there both nights instead of one. So
no, those guys,
very
Isaiah
cool.
and Axel, they're from down there together. Like they've been around the same circles, but I don't know if they've ever wrestled before.
They've never wrestled before.
Right.
that I know. If they did, it was like a scramble match or something.
Right.
Never a single match.
How'd that match go?
That was good. That one I got to watch the whole thing on tape. We didn't have a video person there for Saturday.
Mhm.
So I only saw some of the Silas match, but I saw the Axel Rico versus Isaiah in person and video.
Awesome. Did you ref any this weekend or last weekend?
No, I was good.
Bob,
Not
you
re
know he's still recovering, Bob. Come on, man.
PTSD, baby, PTSD. Man, I tell you, I was thought maybe you might want to get back on the horse. Now, I will say this, Rich. I think it's safe to say that January 24th, you should be nowhere near refereeing.
Ooh.
Like,
I can tell you already that the last thing for the show is Jordan Blue and I.
uh-huh.
Oh, we're
So
gonna air some grievances, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
this show will be totally different than other shows where usually we have a match to close the show. Jordan Blue and I will be closing the show.
Oh, hell yes. Dude, I'm in. I am in, man. It's like they're gonna have like a Mark Briscoe, they're gonna have a little talkie talk.
Yeah, man, it doesn't get any better than that. That's talk about anticipation.
We are going to let her air her grievances um, of what she thinks is fair and unfair, and she can tell me who's behind hacking all my stuff because it's getting very annoying.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you because she's clearly coming with at least one other person. Do you gonna have backup yourself?
I don't. I should probably work on that.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Very much so. Not to mention the fact that John Sampson's on that show too. So shit. I mean, that's gonna be quite a night.
Well,
So,
and listen, we know what kind of mood Samson's in lately.
Dude.
So,
Rich, did I tell you? Sampson threatened us when the top 1,000 came out.
no.
He said something to the effect of, next year I expect to be much higher. You two know who I'm talking about. So it was clearly directed at John and
yeah, well,
myself.
wait,
Wow.
me? You two? I thought he was talking about you and Rich. No? And what are you getting me into, Bob?
Sorry, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. It's like, it's just coming from all directions right now. Rich is getting threatened by Jordan. We're getting threatened by Sampson. It's a wild time right now for us, for
I
everybody on this
don't.
call.
It'd be great to know who the actual hacker is. Then I could figure out who else is with Jordan.
Right. Well, I tell you,
Exactly.
whoever they are, they have impeccable grammar.
They do.
So, so that's
I should take notes.
me too. Oh my God.
I won't keep talking and pushing send.
Right. No, believe me, that's more my speed too. Oh, I want to mention this, because it's the big news of the day, and because it immediately is relates to Rich. Huge congrats from the indie wrestling experience, and I have to imagine, or well, no, I already saw it from RPW. Huge congratulations going out to Lainey Luck for her big
Yes.
win last night and her ID contract, man. We've been talking about Lainey Luck
Mhm.
4
Yes, we
months.
have. Hey, you and I have known this is coming for a while, and you know now it's here, and man, couldn't happen to a better performer, man.
100% agreed. Either one of you guys get to see any of it?
I did
I have
not.
not seen it yet.
I found out when they posted it, I think they posted at like 9:30 Central Time,
Mm-hmm.
and we posted it by 10:05.
Right.
Because I was very curious to see who would win, because I'm like, I think it's gonna be one of four people.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was right.
I wouldn't have thought Laney Luck was going to win it, but I watched the qualifier match. I did not stay
Mhm.
awake for the ending, for the main event. So I saw Laney win the 6-way, and when Laney won the 6-way, I immediately went, "Oh, she's winning." Like, it just, you could feel it, like it just felt. I didn't think it before, but I felt it the moment she won.
Kind
What
of
was
felt the
the
momentum kick in, right?
No question.
what was the logic for the 6-way compared to the people that were in it already? What was the reason?
What do you mean the logic?
as far as like what was the people that qualified earlier, how did they get in? Did they explain that or no?
No, I think they named. To me, it felt like, John. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me if you heard or saw anything different. But to me, it seemed like they named 5, and then they wanted to get 6 more names out there, so they put 6 more names in a match for a qualifier instead of just putting Laney in the match. That's what I think.
Yeah. I don't think it was really explained, how the first 5 were picked, but yeah, I think it was just a way to get some more names in there and little more eyeballs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did a hell of a job with that. Those are some.
Oh,
Those are some names.
dude, it, it was pretty much a who's who of the top of the indie women's
Say it. Say it.
rankings out there. IWX, baby.
Yes, the women's list came out today. The women's 250.
Yes, it did. My man.
And immediately the ADHD kicks in as I get an editorial note from someone saying, you have Ari Alexander on there twice. But this one was good because I was able to figure out the editing error there. I knew immediately who was supposed to be on that list. It was Tadovic. Tadovic the gamer, and I was able to put her back in.
It wasn't a Willie Mack situation again, was it?
Willie Mack, I've decided, John, is basically going to be like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Like Willie Mack's entry, everybody who's not on the top 1,000 list, you are the other Willie Mack entry.
There you go. Listen, so nice they had to go twice. Willie Mack, let's go.
Yeah, exactly, man. Hey, if is there a more deserving talent to be named twice than Willie Mack?
No, you got my vote. That's what it was. You got my vote and your vote. We just couldn't decide. You got there twice.
That's right. By the way,
Sorry, everybody.
By the way, you heard John say we. He was involved in this, so send half of your vitriol to him.
That's right. Right. My space is open. Send it on.
The MySpace is awesome. Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, I was gonna ask Rich about Laney Luck. So we do this segment, Rich, the IWX Watch This, where we watch something new every week and try to find new wrestling. That's what we do, right? So today, John and I are going to do an IWX Watch This when Rich gets off. That is going to be Duke Davis versus Matt Cardona for the IWC title from August in honor of Matt Cardona's return to WWE last week, or kind of. I'm seeing now that he's got a merch deal, but he's not signed to a deal, I think.
Yeah, he's not signed to a deal. He's just signed. They're just using his merch.
Yeah. So I thought, John, next week might be a good opportunity in honor of Laney Luck's big moment. Maybe you and I watch a handful of Laney Luck matches next week.
Hey, man. Twist my arm.
Yeah.
You don't got to twist too hard. I am all in on Laney Luck, man. Any chance we got to watch some Laney Luck matches, I'm down.
I told you. So, Rich, because I know Laney's been at RPW several times, is there a match you want to point me in the direction of to add to the list first? You got first crack.
I will try and find the Laney versus Jasmine match.
Jasmine Allure.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I don't know who she faced at the first ever Envision. I know she was there. I don't remember who she faced. I want to say it was Guerra, but I could be wrong.
I can't just let something like that just sit without finding it. Where are you, Ragin? There you are.
Because we've had Laney in, I think, 4 times, and there's been a couple of times where she had to cancel.
Envision 1, Laney Luck defeats Stacy Shadows.
Oh, wow.
Is that what it was? Okay.
That's what it said for a title that's not yours. The Zelo Pro Women's title.
I don't remember that match. Okay.
Let's see. That was also Jasmine Allure and Marty Bell at that for the Glamour the Glamour title #1 contendership.
That was Envision 1. Okay, so I'm picking up Envision 2.
Okay, Envision 2 is Laney Luck. Yep, Guerrero de Bacenas.
Yes. Okay.
Well, it sounds like we just got 2 Laney Luck matches to watch because I want to see the Stacey Shadows match.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think I have the video for that. That should be on YouTube because Will is still working for me.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, we'll check
Cool.
that out.
Cool.
They both
Absolutely.
both of those should be on YouTube.
So
Okay.
cool.
Very cool. But yeah, back to this WWID before we get into our main topic. I haven't even mentioned it yet. I haven't even teased it or anything yet, but the WWIED talent, I just kind of want to give some of the rest of them their flowers right now. John and I have spent months talking about Eric Academia. I don't think I need to go over it anymore, but it was great to see her in there. Her moment is moments away, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Agreed.
Um, Hold on, let me pull this up. We also had who was Shannon Levangie was in the match.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to hear from Shannon Levangie later in this show, John, directly.
I noticed.
Yes. Let's see. Hold on, I want to pull it. Let's see. I don't have it pulled up here. Oh, why am I always forgetting? I remember Lily. I saw Lily last night take a tumble right before Lainey got the pin. Here we go. Oh, Mimi, Brittany Brooks, and Maya World were the other two that are the other three that were already in it. We have spent a ton of time talking about Brittany Brooks and
That's what I thought.
Notorious Mimi. But John, those three, I'll ask Rich in a second
Yes.
what interaction he's had with them. But those three other, I mean, they're all three of their moments are minutes away too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, no, Mimi's already had one. That I almost thought that she was going to get signed last night because they were going to bring her back.
What was she on?
What's that?
What was she on before that?
She was in NXT as Sloane Jacobs about 3 years ago, I think, maybe 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I don't remember that.
it was very short, and
Yeah,
she was
well,
very
it's
young.
definitely yeah, it was definitely blink and you miss it, but I mean, she definitely made an impression on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I agree. She's right there, primed and much more prepared uh, for that level now than she
Mm-hmm.
was before. But yeah, they you weren't going to go wrong with whoever they booked to win the match. You know, listen, everybody wins in that match. Somebody just wins a little bit more. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. And
I'm
honestly, because of the everybody who's not Laney Luck from last night, hopefully that means we have a chance to get them on the podcast before they, become too good for us, get signed to become too good for us. So
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, they'd be great.
yeah, it really would. The other six in the match, just for everybody listening, just to give them their flowers as well. Caitlin Marie, Laney Luck, Nixie XS, Lily La Pescadita, Jordan Blade, and Angelica Risk from OVW. Also, like, I don't know a lot about Angelica Risk. That's the only one on the list that I'm not very familiar with at all. But out of those people that I named, there's 5 in the original match and the 6 from the play and qualifier match. Rich, which one of those are you more familiar with?
I'm very familiar with Brittany Brooks. I actually was projecting her to win
Mm-hmm.
just based on her age and based on how much she networks herself.
Yes.
Because like her and I've had actual talks about that kind of stuff, like trademarks and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So like I was kind of surprised she didn't win, but I would say if in about a year or two she will be signed, if not before that.
Agreed. Yep.
No doubt, no doubt. But yeah, it was a great day, like you said, like John said, on the day where the IWX Women's 250 came out. It's another good reason to celebrate women's wrestling. It's just taking over. I mean, it's just getting so popular. And I think Rich, actually, we were talking about this before. You have a pretty strong women's wrestling fan base out there.
We do. A lot of people will only go to our shows if we have women's matches in general.
Isn't that
Like
crazy, John?
we have actual photographers that'll actually come to our shows if we have women's matches, and they'll stay for the women's matches and leave. Like they're bloggers and stuff like that. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Right. Yeah, stupid
Um,
bloggers.
but it's one of those things where I want the women's era to be different than what it was 20 years ago.
Right.
Yes, no doubt. We all do, I
Um,
think.
and like I was at WrestleMania 19 when they had the pillow fight for 10 minutes, and I was like, "This is stupid."
It is stupid. It is stupid. And then they got the match in the pool with the evening gowns, and then the like.
Yeah.
It was just not good. It's like I said before, like, guys, I'm a guy. I like to see. I think we were talking about it at the live podcast. Maybe it was Jana was saying, the tits and ass. Like, John, you and I are guy. We were teenage boys at one point. We weren't turning away a lot of that stuff, but I don't know about you. I wasn't watching wrestling for it. Like, I mean, every now and then something
Yeah.
would pop across the screen that, attracted a teenage boy and cool, but I wasn't turning on wrestling for that stuff ever, even then.
No, and I think that, you and I mean, obviously that was done for a specific demographic, right?
Yep.
And we know it's a viewership driven medium, right? So obviously you want to get eyes on the product. I think that was a product of its time. It's we obviously would have been in that lower end of that demographic they were trying to get. I'm not saying that beautiful women wasn't something that we weren't interested in as teenage boys, but I think that older males have now kind of moved into that a much higher demographic. We are the majority of the demographic, and then these younger kids now, that's not as high on their list of something of importance, right? And we now are kind of driving it, right? We're the big economic demographic they're going after.
Yep.
While yes, we may have enjoyed that and definitely saw some of that, we also wanted more wrestling from our performers, like actual wrestling. And now that's the four horsewomen coming in and I mean, even the Bellas kind of transitioned through that, right? And look at Nikki now. Now I mean these ladies are they're full blown beasts, man. I mean, they can wrestle with the best. And I have to say, I know Teenage John and what he was looking for. This is so much better than anything we've had before. I'm down for it now. This is something that you and I both have daughters. Our daughters are late teens to mid 20s. This is wrestling that I would be proud for them to go watch. As little girls, this is what I would want them to watch, not what we had before. You and I went to a show, a few months ago that my wife went with us.
Mm-hmm.
And not being as big into the form and wrestling as you and I are, in her mind, she was going to see something else. She was going to see that Attitude Era wrestling, right? Because remember, you and I are sitting there, and she was kind of like, "Wow, these girls are like really wrestling."
Right, they're not ripping each other's tops off and shit like that.
And you and I are like, yeah. She thoroughly enjoyed watching the sportsmanship of it, right? The wrestling, the stories. I think kind of surprised her as to what this has become. Yeah, I am here for it. I mean, it is thoroughly enjoyable. It has become must-watch parts of any program that you go, whether all the way from WWE, AEW down to the Indies. When you see that women's match now, that's not the reason to get up and go. That's not you go get your popcorn. That may be the show stealer match of the night.
Yeah, I agree with you. The worst part is, or for me, the worst thing I see now is the AEW fan base. When I take my daughter to AEW shows, they still get up and leave during women's matches, but they're the only ones. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's the demographic for AEW, the internet wrestling community kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Women can't wrestle like men can. Those guys, I can't do the Ben Bishop impression, but you know, when Ben Bishop makes fun of the tribal Keith. But that's, I mean, is that all it is, you think? Just those guys? I mean, those are the people that are at the AEW shows more than other shows?
I wouldn't even have a clue as to what they're seeing and not enjoying,
Right.
or why they're deciding that's the match. Because I mean, listen, we've all watched some AEW shows. There are definitely some matches that are your go to the restroom kind of matches, and I think AEW kind of books that way, right? They know which matches are going to kind of be those transition matches. Why you have some fans that are missing out on, and AEW's women division is bonkers, right? I mean, there's good matches to be had all over the place. I couldn't tell you, man. That I just know me personally. You and I have been to a few. You've been to a lot of AEW shows. You and I have been to a few together. Those at no point have any of the women's matches we've seen have I turned to you and been like, yeah, I'm going to step out.
Nope. Nope. But
No,
I can tell you,
it is. Yeah.
I was gonna say, but I can tell you off the top, right, immediately as you're saying that, I can tell you right off the top of my head what the bathroom break is for me. 3 words: Big Boom AJ. I'm out. I'm in the bathroom. I'm gone. The Rizzler, I'm out. I ain't doing. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not in.
What?
Maybe I'm too old for that shit. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm just getting old and cranky. But I am not here for the Rizzler or the whole Big Boom AJ act.
I'm just wondering why you're trying to get more performers that are going to kill us. Is this our next IWX list? Is this the top 1,000 ready to come for John and Bob? Yeah.
See, I say one negative thing on a goddamn show, and then see what happens.
That's why we're the positive podcast, baby.
Oh my God, that's true, man. But Rich, I was going to ask you earlier, before me and John got off on our tangent here. I was going to ask you about Envision because you mentioned Envision earlier.
Yep.
Was Envision in response to demand, or did you do Envision and then realize there was demand?
I did Envision more because I wanted to see women's wrestling grow. So like we did, because we had super fans that became super fans after Envision. So like they weren't there immediately, but because like my third show ever was Chelsea versus Diana. So like the problem with that logic though is that you set the bar so high that everything else is down.
Yeah.
And like we'll get into that when we talk about the indie.
Yeah. Hey, that's actually, you're doing a great job. Thanks for transitioning for me, Rich. Because that's a great way to transition. Let's talk about this. Our topic of the week. Now, I try to stay away from internet rumors, and we try to stay away from that kind of stuff on here. But the chatter in the internet wrestling community that the indies are dying, and I just did my Ben Bishop Tribal Keith impression a moment ago, but that. I saw him do a video about that as well, where he's asking Tribal Keith to explain why he thinks the indies are dying, and the Tribal Keith just keeps responding with all these cliches. And there is a lot of that in the internet wrestling community. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys who regurgitate lines that they think that are cool or whatever. On the other hand, since we're talking about it, John, you and I have had months of discussions about WWE ID. And there have been promotions that have closed. John, just on our timeline, and I put it in the notes, but just on our timeline, we started with H2O earlier this year, and we didn't realize H2O was going to be a thing. H2O goes down, and when H2O goes down, it takes some of the other promotions that ran under that banner at the H2O Center with them. We now on the back end here in the next couple of days, I believe, Monster Factory is throwing their last show before they shut the doors for at least a while, they say. And Monster Factory is another place that has a subset of promotions like Bell to Bell and Fight Pro that run out of the Monster Factory that are going to end up either going with them or maybe finding a new place. I don't know that any of the places that were at H2O have found a new place. But and then sandwiched in between, this is just this year, John. Those two I mentioned are the bookends. And then we've had Ruthless Pro say that they're going down. Prestige says they're going down, and now Deadlock says that they are going down for a while. Those are 5 pretty decent promotions going down in a year. What do you just as an opening sort of just toss it out there? Is it unusual to you guys that 5 promotions have closed in a year and made news? Either Rich first.
I would say a lot depends on your demographic,
Mm-hmm.
who you're relating to. As far as your fans go, are you setting the bar too high? Are you setting the bar too low? Are your ticket prices a certain area? Are you advertising people that you want there but don't have booked? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Those would be my biggest questions. Nowadays, ASCAP is on a lot of people. As far as I pay $144 per show for a music license.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to interrupt your flow, but is $144 for promotions going under $144 a show is a drop in the bucket, though, right? I mean, in the overall scheme.
It depends on what else they have for costs. I mean, because some promotions probably don't have that in their budget.
Right.
If you don't own a ring, like we pay $500 for a ring,
Mm-hmm.
for all extra costs, we got to get insurance for every single show now. Where before we didn't have that. Some places would require it, but most didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to have it for every single show. I mean, that's probably $150 to $200 per show, if not
Mm-hmm.
more. So you got all those extra costs, plus you're paying your talent, which talent has gone up immensely in the last even 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Last
All right, I want to get into that. I want you to talk. I know, Rich. We had this conversation off the air. There are things you don't. Obviously, this is a topic where there are things people aren't going to want to say. I get it, but when you say something like that, like the talent prices just above across the board have gone up.
Yes.
What do you attribute that to in the last 3 years or so?
Supply and demand.
So you think because the indies have been hot, the prices are going up?
Yeah, I mean, because they're working bigger names. So I mean, you're attached to a bigger name, you can raise your prices.
Mm-hmm.
I came from their side, so I get it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But from a promoter side, a promoter may sneer at it
Mm-hmm.
and go, "It doesn't work for us." I mean, as long as you're on the same keel as far as honest with them, they have zero complaint.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Rich, and you're the perfect guy. I would just imagine too. Some of it, yes, absolutely. Like you're saying, talent and the costs have gone up, but I mean, just the cost of life, right? We're noticing it. Everything from gas to groceries, right? Everything's going up. So it's got to be, your price to run the show. I mean, your venue rentals have had to go up. Your insurance, your travel, your lighting, everything's had to have increased, right? Yeah, all the costs have gone up. So,
Went up probably.
yeah. So
I would say, I'm just trying to budget off the top of my head. I would say when I started, a ring rental was probably $200. It's $500.
mhm. Yeah, I mean
A top talent back in the day, like 20 years ago, a top talent was like 100,
Mm-hmm.
close to minimum at the moment.
What was the last thing you said?
That's probably close to minimum at the moment.
Right.
I mean, think about it, Bob. I mean, Bob, you and I travel. We're not traveling like these guys travel, but you and I travel enough to know, the cost of plane tickets it has just gotten ridiculous.
Fuck Southwest. I had to switch over. They doubled it up.
They made. Hey, like Jericho says, man, they just made our list.
That's
So,
it. Well, we're not getting sponsored by
next.
Southwest. Sorry, but
But the cost of doing business, right? I mean, just everything has gone up, and you know, whether we want to call it inflation, just you know, rising cost of life. Um, eh, you know, I got to imagine that you know, Rich as a promoter, you know, a lot of these promotions are you know, these budgets, the overheads got to be, you know, the margins are just so minuscule, right? You're operating on a razor thin line there, and
You're
if you don't have the balance, man, you're going to get yourself in trouble.
you're banking on the fact that the fans care enough about whatever individual it is. Like, Prestige is out of Portland, Oregon, correct?
Yeah. No, actually, I think
Mhm.
I thought they were. Wait, I thought
I
Prestige was
thought
out
they
of
were out of Oregon.
Seattle. Yeah. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I'm trying to remember. I know I get confused over there. Those Northwest.
I mean, because they were the ones that brought in
Yeah,
like
Portland.
Tony Storm and all those, correct? For those
Yeah.
big shows.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull this up here, John. We were doing this a little bit off the air. Hold on, let's see. The last show, let's see, before let's go back to Roseland 12, because that seems like one of their bigger shows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matches, Rich. And so we got 9 matches. We on this show, talent that that is brought in, let's say. You've got the Good Brothers. You've got Trisha Dora, which is she's sort of in between. Danhausen is on that show. Danny Luna and Shayna Baszler wrestle each other on that show. I'm trying to see, is there a tag team on here that's like a big name tag team? No, okay, so 9 matches, and you've got those 5 big names, plus 9 matches to fill, including a 6 tag team gauntlet match. The budget on that's got to be crazy, right?
I would guess that just going off the top of my head, I would say that the budget's probably 11.5, $12,000. I mean, because you got to figure in flights, and the other issue you have is your West Coast. So you have to fly those people in probably the day before to make sure that there's no issue with crossing over.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as west to east, but still it's bad.
Why is West to East worse?
Why west to east is worse because of the time difference. So
Oh,
like anyone that we fly in from West Coast, we always fly in the day before.
Right. So they fly in day of, they're going to lose 3 hours on top of being tight.
They lose 2 hours, but yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's right. You're in.
If it was the East Coast, then yes.
Gotcha.
But yeah, pretty much anyone from the West Coast, we fly in the day before the show.
Mm-hmm. Now, I wanted to mention another one. There was another show that we were talking about, John. Defy. That's where I was in my head. Defy's most recent show I had up. Rich, we got 5 matches on this show. They have Moxley against Royce Isaacs. They've got the Bollywood Boys. They've got Marina Shafir defending the women's title against Sue Young. And they've got Brian Keith defending the world title against Cody Chun. 5 matches, but probably a very similar budget with Moxley, right?
I would assume so, yeah. I mean, pretty much a lot of it's based on your connection with the person.
Mm-hmm.
So, say for example, Moxley's friends with the promoter. I don't know the promoter, so I'm just saying hypothetically.
Right.
He may not. But
like when we saw on the wrestlers, like on the wrestlers on OVW, James Storm, the whole thing with the $600 fee. That was a deal.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it all depends on your networking and all that stuff. Like there's people I will work deals with, there's people I won't. It just depends on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And how.
Right. But I guess let me phrase it like this. So, Prestige and Deadlock Pro is the other one that's taking a hiatus. That are the 2 big ones I think that were on my list to mention. That are in sort of that model, the Defy model, like we just talked about. Big names, big matches. You got Moxley on one card. Like I said, Prestige brings in a bunch of good talent. And who's the other one? Deadlock Pro. Deadlock Pro, I think, came out of the Deadlock podcast. I think they were well funded, and they had guys like Cedric Alexander, Jake something. Adam Priest was their world champion for a long time. Do you think, Rich, and because, like I said, because I know just hearing the amazement in your voice tells me you're not budgeting $10,500 to $12,000 for a show, but you do bring in a lot of top talent. So I guess my question is, as I finally get around to it, in that model, in the high end model, are they more likely to suffer here with a downturn?
You
Or
have to adapt to it. The problem is that you set the bar so high that anything lower than that, you may lose your crowd.
right.
And
That's kind of what I was, yeah.
you definitely had that before because you were at Destiny 3, correct?
Yeah. I was at the one in April that of 23. That was
Okay, so you weren't at Tessa versus Kira versus.
no.
Okay. That budget was 17 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
17 and a half, 18. I don't remember the exact number, but it was somewhere in there. Because we had to keep changing it because Tessa originally was available and she wasn't available. So then we added people and then she became available and then that was a whole fiasco in itself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a big believer in if you advertise somebody, if you can get them, you should put them on. I knew it was a risk reward, but it's one of those things where your word should mean something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, John, you're my business guy. This isn't necessarily scaling, but in a sense, it kind of. Like there's these big budget promotions, and then you've got sort of middle budget promotions. You got your more local budget promotions. What do you
Mm-hmm.
think about that? Do you think that the economics are likely to hit the top hard for what Rich was saying? Do you have any?
It really is all relative, right? It's your bigger budget, you've got the bigger risk, bigger reward. Same thing with the smaller ones. It depends on how you can weather it, what protections you're building in, what kind of cushions you're building in. If it takes one, like Rich is saying, one bad failure can really put a hurting on you. And I don't know, man. It's Rich, more power to you. I don't know that that's a business I can get into, man. I don't know that I have the wherewithal to take the ups and downs like that.
It's it's very much a gamble.
Mm.
It's being on a roller coaster would be the best example I can give you.
Oh, I can only imagine. We were joking about Rich on show day, but I can only imagine the internal combustion going on for you on show day from a financial and emotional. You're on an adrenaline high, like all these things. It's got to be insane.
Well, it just seems like there's so much that you're putting out there that you don't have the control over. You've got your handshake, your hope on it. You've got your plan, but whew, man, when you've got things going on that are out of your control, and it can impact the finances, in such a direct way. Oh, I don't think I'm built for that.
Right.
It's definitely I would say your best example, except it was on a lower pay scale, but your best example was the what was the show on Stars?
Oh,
The
heels.
Heels. So
Mm.
much that's how an indie promotion runs.
Really. I did enjoy that show.
Probably a good show.
You what?
I thought it was a good show.
Yeah, I did too. I really liked it. And the
Well,
Punk and AJ cameos were awesome.
bonus question for you: who played AJ Lee?
In the wait, did he? Oh, I wait. You mean AJ Lee played one of the wrestlers on heels?
Originally,
Uh-huh.
he had a stunt double.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. I did see that. Was it Zelina?
No, it was Jasmine Allure.
Jasmine Allure. Okay, yep. That's cool. That's very cool. Wow, I didn't know that. Now I think we're definitely watching the Jasmine Allure match next week. John, we haven't talked about her much.
No, but she's definitely one that we should be talking about more for sure.
I mean, shit, you've got a very good point there, John. She is someone that we should be talking about more. I mean, hell, today, just this morning, I saw she was ranked number 6 in the top 250. So, that's a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. Um,
Tie-ins.
yes, yes, yes. Hey, you're just lucky that I'm not making you sit through a whole list analysis show because because I couldn't do it. Um, I was going to ask you, though, both you guys, from both of the perspectives that we're talking about, I'm going to ask a different question in a minute when it comes to Monster Factory and schools. And promotions that have schools attached to them. But I'm going to put a pin in that for right now. Just going down the ladder from your promotions like Defy, Prestige, bringing in these big name talents. You got Moxley, maybe more your mid-size regional, but not necessarily just local promotions, and then down to your local promotions. Do you guys think those are more likely to get hit harder and disappear because their margins are so thin at the bottom anyway? Or is it the reverse?
A lot of it depends on
Um,
your.
yeah, go ahead, Rich.
I was gonna say a lot of it depends on your location and
Mm-hmm.
how much, how many times does WWE come into your area? How many times AEW come into your area? We just had NXT here on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Actually drew pretty well. I didn't go to it, but it looked like it drew okay. So
What building do they use? Do you remember?
uh, I think they used the building outside of the Rush Center.
Okay.
It wasn't the Rush Center itself. I think it was like the building next to the Rush Center.
Okay.
Yeah, like Rich is saying, I think it really depends on your area. Are you in an area you're running a small show, but do does your audience have or your fan base have access to other avenues, right? I mean, a good example, Bob, is we have friends out Route 33, right? You've been out to those shows, like you said, that town lives and breathes for that promotion. Um, and I know exactly where they're at. That's not an area they're going to get a lot of big name shows coming through town. They kind of have what they have. Now getting into this, I do think one of the things that, and I think you and I kind of have hinted at it, just talked about it just in our daily banter back and forth, not necessarily on the podcast. Um, the ability that not that everybody has the ability, but the availability, I should say, of what the internet has provided and YouTube and IWTV and all these other avenues to go out and consume wrestling and especially on the indie level, right? You don't have to have that little home promotion, your little local death match promotion. You want death match, you turn on your TV, turn on your computer, turn on your phone, and click on it. Um, not not all these promotions are going to have like Rich is saying, these budgets are tight. Not everybody's going to have built-in budget for the production to put it out there to stream it. I think that takes some eyes off of it as well.
Right. And that's a good question because I'm going to throw it back to Rich because this is a perfect question for Rich. Because, Rich, you have told me on this podcast before that your promotion is not about eyes on screens. It is about live eyes. You are not about your
Yes.
YouTube audience. If you monetize it and you make some money off of it, great. But it's not your primary thing. It's not even your secondary or tertiary goal. And the same thing with like IWTV. I asked you about IWTV and Fight before, and you told me you listened, but you never really seriously considered them. So how does that play in here? Do you think you lose live eyes with all the streaming availability?
Definitely do on the indie scene. The reason being is because nowadays people will just sit home.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If people can watch my show from their house, why would they get out and go see it?
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
the thing is, like, those fight, that's like $800 to just get it there, and you got to have the building to actually make it capable. There's no
Mm-hmm.
guarantee that's even capable.
Right.
So, like, at $10 a piece, you got to have 80 views just to break even.
Right.
Yep.
OVW is having trouble running wrestlers when they did a documentary. How would we succeed in it? Is the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
that
like,
and
keep going.
John?
I was going to say, it kind of goes back to it takes away kind of some of what makes the indies special, right? It's either you're there and you get it, you see it, you consume it, or man, you're hearing about it from your buddy who went to the show and saw it. Man, you know what? Next time you got to get here, man. You got to come. They got this special thing going on. RPW's got a special thing, but you got to come out and look at it. That draws the interest, man. That takes me back to when we were younger, right? That's you would hear about all these things going on in all these places, but you didn't see it, right? So when you got the chance to see somebody that may be coming through your town, you had to get to the show. Now, like Rich is saying, if I can, I hear about this guy and I can go back and I can see the last 4 shows that he's done. Like you said, he comes to my town. Why take a Friday and go out to there?
Mhm.
Why do that? No, man. That this is a medium that's to be seen, right? To be felt, to be in that crowd, to consume it live. Um, yeah, I just think this is one of those things that I can't get behind, man. I just listen. I like the availability of things being online and being available for me to consume at my pace. But there are some things that are just better for you au natural, right?
Mhm.
In the real, in the raw, how they're meant to be. Um, yeah, I'm with Rich on that one. I like Rich's take on it.
Now, counterpoint for discussion. This is not necessarily
Mhm.
reflect the opinions of Bob Richard. No, this is just a counterpoint for discussion here.
Mhm.
But counterpoint, nobody watches IWTV or Fight but Smarks, and
Mhm.
they're not paying for live shows anyway, or they're paying for a ton of live shows, and there's no in between. Am I
Mhm.
am I completely off base on that? Is that I mean that would be the counter
I mean,
argument to you guys.
as usual,
I mean, do you think? I mean, but my personal opinion is, I would think that locals would go to the
Mhm.
shows and not even care about IWTV because they don't care about the other 296 promotions that are on IWTV. All they care about is RPW. That's kind of where I'm
Right.
coming from with that question. Like,
I mean, you're gonna get your diehards. I
Mhm.
have about 75 of them that'll come to every show regardless of what we throw out there.
right?
Um, but I don't use that as a barrier.
Hmm.
Have the best shows regardless. It's not a matter of we don't want to just throw a plate at them and go, here you go, take it or leave it.
Hmm.
Because
Right.
eventually somebody's going to leave it.
Right. Um, what was I gonna ask about? Shit. I had something in my head. I was gonna. Oh, well, the elephant in the room. Um,
Mhm.
ID.
Mhm.
Uh, I am of the opinion. I'll just tell you right now. I don't know if I've said it already on this thing. I am of the opinion that there's zero chance the indies are dying. This is all internet bullshit, in my opinion. I've seen zero data from anyone. No promoter, no wrestler, no fan has sent me anything of any concrete that of any actual substance that houses are down, that fan interest is down, that any of this stuff is going on. Rich, I meant to ask you that earlier before I get to ID. Have you noticed any fan engagement decrease in the last year or two?
It depends on the show. I would say like basically we keep our prices the same. So like we're basically knowing what we're gonna have. Like as far as our walk up, yes, our walk up's terrible.
Mm-hmm. But has it always been terrible or is it getting worse?
It's getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our pre-sale though is really good. So like that's what I focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Do we lose money on it? Yes. But it's a guaranteed sale. If they decide to sit home, that's on them.
Does it tell you
Right.
something as the guy running the business? Does that data, does that tell you something that your pre-sales are doing great, but your walk-ins are kind of going down? What does that tell you?
It tells me that people want to save anywhere they can, and there's a supply and demand issue. Like once our front row's gone, our demand goes down.
Mm-hmm.
they'll wait on second row unless they see it really low. And like we don't gimmick ours. I don't tell you there's two second row left and there's 40.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like if we do that, all you'd have to do is keep clicking and you could figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Numbers are off because we're not bullshitting anybody. Casey runs our website. That came out today.
That's why she gets special treatment.
So
I hear.
Oh, too soon, Bob.
Anyways, so there's gonna be times where our numbers are a little off there because we're trying to get numbers back and forth, and it may not be updated as quick as possible.
Right.
But generally speaking, I've seen it before where the numbers are definitely gimmicked, and that's a turnoff.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I actually got them just watching the downfall of WCW or the rise or whatever the documentary was on Vice. To watch it back and forth. And I would say like their biggest downfall was the fact that they would comp people at the end to try and say they were sold out. Because like once you do that, you're never gonna get that crowd to pay again.
Right.
Right.
You just a fan that's never gonna pay again because they're gonna always expect it to be free.
No, that makes total sense. So I guess back to the other thing, has ID affected? First of all, I guess I would assume that ID, and I know you haven't really run ID talent through your promotion yet, but I know you've got to have had conversations, or you have something you can at least give us a little sliver of information online. But I got to assume the ID talent price tag goes up as soon as you're ID'd.
Oh, 100%. I haven't talked to him, but I can pretty much guarantee it has.
Has the ID talent price increase at the top affected the middle of the pricing pool? Like just ID, has it affected the middle? I can hear you.
Yes.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah. It has. Does it trickle all the way down? Has it trickled all the way down to the bottom? Like our prices since ID started in the last year, have prices noticeably gone up across the board?
A little bit. A lot of times people raise their prices at the beginning of the year. So like what we try to do is we try to get them before the end of the year going into the next year.
Right. Okay.
So that's how we do it.
What?
Man, I gotta imagine it's what's the saying, Bob? Rising tide, rises all boats. I gotta imagine if the top is rising, the bottom's rising with it.
Yes.
So okay, well I can't afford this top guy. Well now that middle tier knows, well, hey, I know they're coming to me. So, our prices are, it's just, again, just like we right back to the beginning of the discussion, man, it's just the rising costs of everything in life. So everything, man. And like you said, ID, yeah, absolutely pushes that. They're going to demand a higher, payout. You've also got, these guys now, the ID, from what we understand, ID wants, some, input into the matches. That's got to cause some, so again, you and A, we've had our discussions, our feelings on ID. Man, I just,
yeah. Rich, wait. I was there. You're nodding your head a
all I
little
can do
bit.
is shake my head. Yeah.
Well, you were nodding big yes on the input from ID.
Pretty much. Think of like doing a maze. Pretty much what you're doing somebody from WWE ID is if you book them, if they're going to get involved in it, obviously that affects your outcome.
Right.
So then you're locked in to multiple appearances.
Oh, right.
So more than likely, what would end up happening is the only way to get off of them would be putting them in a triple threat match or fatal four-way because their ID people beat.
Right.
Mm.
And now that you're saying that, I guess that now I'm thinking about the Mercedes Moné belt collector gimmick and everyone else who is following her, like Priscilla Kelly, and who are gathering up belts on the indies. That's also contributing to that
100%.
because everybody wants to clamor to get the talent like Mercedes to hold their belt, but on the back end, you've got to get it off of her.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
and then when you get it off of her, how down is that crowd going to be when you go from Mercedes Moné as your champion to, well, virtually literally anybody else? I mean, the fans have got to view it as a step down too. So then you lose that.
Yep. Well, and the thing is, how do you get them off? How do you get it off of them? And how do you guarantee they're going to be at your next show?
Right.
That'd be,
Mm.
I
Yeah,
remember.
it just seemed,
Go ahead, Joe.
it does. It becomes, it just would seem it becomes, is it worth the headache? Is this bump, going to be, you know, uh, a temporary bump, this temporary, upswing for now I have to fix what I created. Um, Man, it just seems like be a logistical nightmare, a creative nightmare, logistical nightmare. I just don't know that it's more good than the harm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I personally, if I just as somebody who's never done anything in the wrestling business, I feel like I need to say that every week. I don't think I think of myself as very, very far out on the periphery of the wrestling business at best. But to me, it would seem like, you don't want to even open the door a crack for WWE to put their foot and open it wide open. Like, I don't even want WWE to even like look at my creative notes just in case they might have ideas and decide to jump in. Like, WWE is great for supporting a lot of things on the indies, and it creates a lot of opportunities for folks the more they make those folks shine. But to let WWE into your creative is the one thing I certainly would want no part of. Am I crazy, Rich?
you're 100% correct in that logic.
Yeah. So then why are all these other folks doing it? Do you think it's an impulse thing, or do you think there's another strategy that they can sustain? Either one of you guys.
I would say a lot of it's based on it's a fear of if you turn them away, are they going to try and take your idea anyways?
Uh,
So like I'll give you like an example from 2 years ago. There was a guy that had the trademark Yeet, which obviously
uh-huh.
he actually trademarked it. He got paid out for that trademark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because they didn't know that somebody actually trademarked it. And they had to stop using it for, I want to say, a week or two of Raw
Mm-hmm.
because he owned the rights to it.
Right.
So it's a matter of if you come up with really good ideas, if you can get it trademarked, you should do it.
Yeah. And speaking of these people getting sort of getting their opportunities, and I'm talking about WWE ID, but the possibility of a sort of vacuum sound. Who is it that said that? Ross Perot. The vacuum sucking sound of talent up to the top. It really, to me, I think if that's really if that's a real thing that's going on, to me, it would have started with AEW, because AEW's creation in 2019 created not only double the opportunities for indie wrestlers, but it also created a bidding war for some of them. And an arms race, really, I guess. That's the other thing. I mean, you saw WWE stock up on talent at first, then they released a bunch of talent, and now they're both going after the indies in different ways, trying to get this talent to be the first ones to the talent.
Yeah.
Like Luigi Primo is on Dark, and then, somebody else. I mean, it seems like that's got to be creating a sort of an issue at the top of the talent pool too, right?
And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, you guys can tell me what you see with it, right? You see, at least for me, right? You absolutely had this big pull up, right? WWE and AEW just kind of reached down, grabbed a bunch of these guys and pulled them up. I think the difference was, WWE got these guys and didn't know how to market or how to um, work with their in-ring styles, right? The indie style. There's it's an absolute thing, right? We'll all agree on there is a WWE style of wrestling. And so these guys got up there and there was a style clash, right? So WWE gets these guys, don't know what to do with their wrestling style. AEW was the total opposite, right? They get these guys, they let them run wild with their style, but AEW doesn't know what to do creatively with it.
Right.
So now you've still got the stalemate just from different angles, but the talent that they pulled up so quickly because they did it in such a big amount, just felt like, okay, we're here now, we're stagnating, right? We've got all these guys we don't know what to do with, and so it becomes out of sight, out of mind, right? These guys are getting paid. They're on dark shows, they're on house shows, they're on whichever. You're not seeing them with the regularity that we were in the past, whether it's YouTube or IWTV or people going to the live events and the locals. Okay, who's next? Hey, we're not seeing Ricochet. We're not seeing Jeff Cobb. We're not seeing these guys. So, okay, who's next? And thankfully there is a dearth of talent out there, right? I mean, we're seeing great wrestling. This leads to what you were saying about, is this internet bullshit of the downturn of indie wrestling right now. You and I have been to a lot of shows, man. I see a lot of great talent. I see crowds that are energized. I see shows that are phenomenal. Hey, show me the numbers.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I agree. And I haven't seen, I'll put this out to everybody, anybody who's listening right now. If you are a promoter, if you are a fan, if you are a wrestler, I don't care. If you've been to a wrestling show an independent wrestling show in any capacity, if you've thrown it, been to it, performed at it, and you want to join me, at least us, in saying, screw these rumors, the indies aren't dead, go to the link where you found this podcast. If it was it Facebook, was it Instagram, Linktree, I don't care. Go there and post me a picture. Send me a picture of your crowds. I want to see them. I want to see your houses. I want to see your crowds. If you're a fan, I don't care who you are. Show me the crowds that you see, because like I said, I've not seen any objective data that this is an issue. And I'll be willing to bet that if we actually had, thousands of people who listen to the show, that we would probably get a good number of responses here. But I bet there's some people who can post pictures of their shows and prove to us that the houses are not necessarily down, that things are okay. It's really promotion specific. And maybe, like John said, maybe it's economic cycle significant. Maybe it's just literally
Absolutely.
Downturn, recession-ish stuff going on. Uncertainty economically creates uncertain times across the board.
And it could absolutely be, you may have just maybe, happenstance that we have a few promotions that have overextended or mismanaged or what, and it's just kind of all fell all at one time. I mean, 3, 4, 5 promotions. I mean, think about the hundreds and hundreds of promotions out there.
Yeah.
And we're talking about,
I can show you a spreadsheet.
I've heard, but we're talking about 5 or 6, and granted, these are they're well known. They're fairly good size names within the indie circles, right? But it could simply be mismanagement. It could be burnout. It could be, any number of things, could be contributing factors to this. Not necessarily, the houses being down and the cost rising and the talent being pulled and all these things. Is it all in play? Absolutely. But I just think there are more factors involved than the death of the indies. You and I have been around and been through it long enough. Everything's cyclical, right? WWE and the big promotions are down. Indies are up. These big promotions kind of catch fire. They get a storyline that runs. They get a couple of big names that really start to hit the zeitgeist. In indie promotions, that it's not necessarily that they're down, but the eyes on it start viewing these other things. So it creates that, perception of it being down. It's a big cycle, right? It's a cycle of life.
It is. It's a great point. It's a great point. And the fact of the matter is, like I made sure I put notes in here, right? Deadlock was created in 2021. Ruthless Pro is going out as well. They were created in 2020. Prestige in 2017. Rich, if I told you that in any given year we lost three decent sized promotions that were 5, 6, and 8 years old, does that shock you at all?
It depends on how often they're running, I would say. Like I know of Prestige, I know of Deadlock, I know of Defy, but like I don't know how often they're running.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the one thing I can tell you that I could speak for one for sure, the problem I can tell you just by looking on Facebook is that they're advertising to the wrong crowd.
Who's
Um,
they?
one of the companies.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Anyways, what they're doing is Facebook kind of tricks you into not looking to where you're advertising. So like they'll be like, this is how much your cost is or whatever. If you do not pinpoint your area, you will just be advertised in the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting alerts for promotions that are running in 9 to 14 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm not going to go to that show. I live 9 to 14 hours away.
Right.
It doesn't advertise to somebody in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Right.
So like, if you're spending $400 or whatever you're spending on Facebook ads, advertise to your right demographic, right in your right location.
Mm-hmm.
So that's huge.
That's a hell of a point.
That's kind of what I was getting at, Bob. I mean, we've got Rich being here is great because you've got a promoter that's running things smartly in the right ways, right? That's what he's telling you. He's like, listen, you have to pay attention to the small things. You can't you got to spend money smartly. You got to promote, like you said, right within my town. Where's my viewership coming from? Where's my gate coming from? Where are my fans coming from? Like you said, 14 hours away, you're flushing money.
Right.
What are you going to get? Maybe, okay, you reached out 100,000 people but you're going to get one, two to come. But if that money would have gone into the local, maybe you get 10, 15 to come. That was smart money spent. This is, again, it's doing smart business. Rich is doing smart business. Not everybody's doing smart business.
Right. Right.
And like we've only had shows that have failed. So I mean it's not like
Mhm.
perfect. It's a matter of just gotta right the wrongs and figure out what you can work on.
Right.
Mhm.
And John, the other thing to add into this too is I didn't even get to this point yet, but if we talk about just off the top of my head, Prestige and Monster Factory are two with very special circumstances that have nothing to do with the economy. Monster Factory, we talked about this on the show. We talked about Danny and those guys over at the Monster Factory closing down because Danny's having personal issues, Danny Cage. And
Mhm.
he said something about his mental health and wanting to get himself straight. That has nothing to do with WWE ID or AEW.
Right.
And then the Prestige, John, we talked about this on the show, the Joey Ryan controversy, Portland Wrestling trying to bring in Joey Ryan. Prestige lit an all-out assault on those guys at Portland Wrestling. You saw the gun logos, and stuff like that caused all sorts. That was it had to be a big emotional turmoil for the guy who runs Prestige and dealing with all of those things, and then the emotional sort of drain afterwards probably was a good moment where he said, I can't emotionally handle this. Again, nothing to do with the economy. I don't know that those things are true, but that's what we heard publicly.
And that's what we were saying. There are so many other factors in this that have nothing to do with whether or not the the fandom is still there for indie wrestling or if it's waning right now. These are life factors, man. This is outside of wrestling. This is just business fact, and these are things that happen in every business, man. Things that can't be controlled, can't be quantified, that can't be planned for. Like you said, somebody's mental health. Well, that needs to be made precedent. That's something that you would need. Just like you can't control the weather, you can't control some of these events and the outcomes. All you can do is try to persevere and make the best decisions you can for your business. And sometimes that's to go on hiatus, right? Sometimes that's to close a business. Sometimes to close down, regroup, come back. We're just going to have to wait and see.
This is another good question for Rich now. I'm going to turn this to Rich because as John's talking, I'm listening. We hear a lot of promotions say we're going on hiatus to refresh, re-energize. John and I've seen tons of those already, this year, just doing this. We see a lot of them say that. And it's like, I guess it's a two-part question to you, Rich. One, what percentage of those people who say we're closing down to re-energize and regroup, how much of that do you think is bullshit and it's really economics? They don't just want to say it. And how much of it, what percentage do you think is real? Like, has the emotional burnout real? I guess is kind of the point.
I think a lot of it's just that they probably ran out of money. Because, like, if just say you do 6 shows a year, if each show is 10 grand, that's $60,000. If you lose $30,000, you lost $30,000.
Right.
That's a lot to throw away.
Right.
I mean, realistically speaking, we didn't start out ahead. We're barely ahead.
5 years later, 4 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to just wait it out. And like, it's funny because like I'm totally opposite of how I speak in the fact of you'd think I'm a big stock person and I'm not. I'm big on sports stuff, but I'm not big on like the stock market. But like how a lot of wrestling stuff goes is based on like a stock market percentage. Based on like what we were talking about before, like as far as indie wrestling to TV stuff, I would compare it a lot to Amazon versus retail stores. When it became a big thing, it cut a lot of places. I used to work at Kohl's and at Shopko. Shopko no longer exists.
Right.
Kohl's is hanging on by a thread. So it's just one of those things where you just gotta figure out what works and what doesn't.
Right. And I guess as far as this conversation goes, John, I'll ask you if we talk about he's talking about Amazon. Amazon comes in or Amazon gets created, they get really big, then all of a sudden your brick and mortar stores start to go away. But even that is cyclical, right? I mean, the economy itself adapts around Amazon. Some stores, some brick and mortar stores we lose, some other things adapt into other venues, and the economy just sort of shakes itself out, right?
And Rich had made a point, really good. You're saying, Amazon comes in, you got, Rich was saying that, I'm sorry, Rich, what was the store you were saying that no longer exists?
Shopko,
they're gone, right? They didn't adapt. They're gone. They couldn't weather the storm. Out here in Maryland, I know Kohl's is still out here. There are quite a few stores. But out here, what Kohl's mainly exists for, Bob? And the only reason I know this because my wife is in there every other day. They've partnered with Amazon and they take Amazon returns.
Oh, that's it.
Right?
Yep.
And so, and what I mean by that is that they have found a way to coexist with the big bad, right? So some of these companies are going to figure a way to work with the ID program if it sticks around, right? And they will find a way through until they get their footing. Kohl's, maybe they survive through this, maybe they don't, but right now they've made a strategic partnership. Business.
My business guy.
Strategic partnership to get through this, right? Listen, financial, this may not be what we want to do, but this is what we need to do.
Right.
10 years, 5 years, whatever, the landscape changes again. You and I grew up going to malls. Loved malls. Malls were great. Now malls sit empty. 10 years from now, 10 years from now, guess what? We don't know what's going to be, but you could have these kids coming up that have nostalgia for it. All of a sudden, malls are all the rage again. It's the retro. It's this. This is, again, just like we said, man, the circle of life. It's cyclical.
We were talking about this last week.
What's old is new, and what's old is new, and what's new is old. So there's nothing we can do but enjoy the ride. support what we enjoy and do our best to support that, get the word out. You know, guys like Rich doing it, great job like he's doing, putting out a great product and great shows and being a haven for this talent to come in and show their wares. You know, hey, it's the circle of life, man. I know I keep saying it, but it's really what it is. It's the ebbs and flows, man.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and I guess the best way to wrap it up is sort of to just state the obvious, which is anybody who's been a wrestling fan more than 10 minutes knows that this business is very cyclical. And we've watched it adapt to downturns before. If this is indeed one, we will watch it adapt again. John's example about the malls. Have you seen how they're repurposing these malls for all sorts of other shit right now? Like, it happens. It will figure itself out. Somebody will partner with Amazon. Somebody will repurpose a mall. Somebody will, link up with ID and put the belt on Mercedes Monet. They're all adapting to the change in a landscape, like these guys are saying. Or at least I hope I understand what they're saying. They're way smarter about this business stuff than I am, but that they're adapting to the change of the landscape. Some of them will do it well, some of them will not do it well, and they will disappear, and new ones will come. How many new promotions have we seen just this year, John? You and I were talking about Pro Wrestling Symphony down in Tennessee. They've just splashed onto the scene this year. They got all sorts of big name talent going down there, and that's a hotbed down there. And that's just the one that's off the top of my head.
Hey, and listen, out of all this turmoil, you know what happens out of all this turmoil, Bob? Innovation. We're going to get some new shit that's going to pop
Hell
up
yeah.
that's going to blow everybody's mind. That we are going to fall in absolute love with. And there's going to be some stuff come up that people just, but you know what? People are going to try. We're going to try new things because we're trying to find new avenues. Listen, it's going to be a crazy time, man. But you know what? There's going to be a lot of good that's going to come out of it. There's probably going to be a lot of heartache that's going to come out of it for a lot of performers. But you know what? This time next year, we're still going to be talking about this. 2 years from now, we're going to be talking about a whole new crop. This cool promotion, this cool style out of who knows, Aquasco, baby, who knows? You don't know. It's just you're just the innovation's always going to be there, and what pushes innovation is the need for change, and we're there. We're seeing it now. So I'm excited, man. I can lament the loss of some of the old things that we like, but gosh darn it, we're gonna get some really cool shit.
I'm down for it. I'm here. I am here for it. Yeah, so I think that's a perfect place to wrap up this conversation. We've been talking about this for a while, and I think we could talk about this for a while longer. I think the best thing for us to do is, like John said, let's revisit it. And let's see what we can find out. John and I are going to look into we're going to look into this, and we're going to see what kind of stuff we can figure out as far as numbers. Brandon Thurston over at WrestleNomics may have something for us. Maybe we should tease him a little bit and see if he's got some actual numbers for us on any of this. But it's going to be an interesting time. But I get I'm like John. I'm with John. I'm excited about this because the changing landscape always creates opportunity. Let's say chaos creates opportunity. Like, it's just what it is. In chaos, there's so much opportunity for change, growth, whatever. And I'm interested to see where it goes. And by the way, I heard there's a wrestling company. You talk about interesting shit, John. I heard there's a wrestling company out in Wisconsin that's being taken over by Jordan Blue and some mysterious, that's a storyline motherfuckers should be watching and pay attention to. That shit is wild. Oh, sorry, Rich. Wait, I don't need anybody hanging up on me again. I've already been hung up on once. I don't need anybody hanging up on me again.
If it sells tickets, I'm all for it. I'll be the sacrificial lamb.
There you go, my man, Rich, my man.
So I'll do that. I'll give everybody an opportunity. I'll give Rich an opportunity to say he only has 2 front row seats left. But how are things looking for January 24th? Where can people get tickets? What's left?
There's 2 front row tickets left for January 24th, and I believe there's 32 left for second row.
Okay.
They can on
Nice.
rpwrestling.com. I will be the person that responds to you. Ed Casey is the
Hey,
person
man.
who created
Rich
the
wears
web.
all the hats, Bob.
But she doesn't respond to you. I respond to you.
Yeah, no, I can tell by the grammar. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, everybody, guys, January 24th, like I said earlier, don't forget Samson's going to be there. We're going to get Jordan Blue face to face with Rich Buchholtz, CEO Ragin Rich in the ring. They are going to, I guess Jordan's going to vent her frustrations. And all I can say is I hope there's not a table in the ring with a black cloth over it, because if there is, Rich is going through it. Don't do that. Keep the table out of the ring, Rich. You don't want to go through a table. She's already hurt you enough.
I will work on getting my security.
Yes, exactly,
There you
dude.
go.
Samson's already going to be there, dude. Seriously, just let him just stand behind you. Believe me, we've stood next to Samson. It is intimidating.
Yeah, he's probably what, 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, easy.
6'6", easy, absolutely.
Yep.
6'6", about 320. My man is a large dude.
Oh my God, it's wild. And like you said, with a big meaty finger that we watched come right at our screen.
The meaty finger of doom. Trademark, hashtag.
That's it. T-shirts are coming. Oh man, listen, Rich. Hey, always good having you on, man. I really appreciate it. As always, you've taught me actually a lot tonight that I didn't already know. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Rich.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Man, I wasn't bullshitting Rich, man. I learned so much from both you guys actually. But Rich is just a wealth of knowledge, and like you said a minute ago, I'm very thankful that Rich is open with us as much as he can be.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We can't thank Rich enough for kind of. I mean, hey, man, Rich pulled the curtain just a smidge. Man, that to me that says a lot. One, about Rich, and two, about how comfortable he is with us, and that we haven't taken this last year and made asses of ourselves, and that we've gained this little bit of trust, and that we won't be complete idiots. So let's not fuck it up, man.
Agreed. Agreed. And in that vein, let's move on to our IWX Watch This. John, I mentioned it. I hit it on it earlier. I texted you, or I emailed you earlier or late last week. And I said, shit, Matt Cardona just reappeared on SmackDown. How about in honor of Matt Cardona, we watch a Matt Cardona match? And I just sort of, not at random, but so IWC had just posted their main event from IWC Always Ready from back in August, which was their brand new champion, Duke Davis, defending in his first defense. His first defense, John, Matt Cardona. First of all, I want to say, before we get into this, I want to say Duke Davis took that title off of Big Bill Collier, which is no small feat.
No, we know Bill Collier, and that's, like you said, that is not a small task. But my God, Duke Davis is a hoss.
Oh my God, is he?
Dude, he is built like a fucking side of a barn, man. I mean, he was impressive. I've heard the name. I've seen a picture, but I have not seen any matches. And so this was my first Duke Davis match, and dude, he is a fucking load. Just, it's not, you're not going to see too many indie shows where Matt Cardona isn't the wrestler's wrestler looking wrestler.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not that he's not. I mean,
Cardona's
put together. But Duke Davis, oh my God, is he TV ready? Holy shit.
Yeah, I was absolutely. My God, those two guys standing next to each other, man. It looked like a TV match just when they were standing in the ring staring at each other before they even touched.
It gave me goosebumps. And the match did not disappoint. I mean, that match was fire, man.
Yeah. Oh, Cardona comes in. I mean, Cardona's healing it up from the jump.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
He's so good. I was laughing my ass off because it was like he was doing all the the sticky cliche heel things, but
Hmm.
he does them
Yep.
so well that it gets over even better. It's awesome.
And dude, Davis is he. We always talk about all these promotions. The crowds have their guys, right? There's always a guy.
Hmm.
We talk about Brian Bayside. We love Brian
Oh
Bayside.
yeah.
That and Brian Bayside he's to me is the epitome of a certain promotion's guy. He may not be the promotion's guy, but all the fans of that promotion, he's their guy.
Hmm.
Dude, this crowd was so hot for Davis. Man, he comes out. He gets that, dude. To me, I mean, obviously a much smaller crowd than a WWE crowd, but that crowd gave him a warrior pop, right?
Uh-huh.
An LOD pop. I mean, and he comes out, man. He first thing he does, he's right into the crowd with the fans. The fans, are energizing him, and then we get to it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And Duke Davis, by the way, this is just like, I mean, we talked about the IWX top 1,000 list, and one of the things I put on there was for the singles guys, I de-emphasize the tag matches because if you're a
Mhm.
tag guy, then I'm going to focus on you in the tag list. If you're a singles guy, I'm
Correct,
going to
right.
focus on you in the singles list. And I specifically said this on the site, if you're someone who split the year half
Hmm.
tag team and half singles, you're going to be less likely to be on both lists, unfortunately, because
Right.
you just split time, right? Duke Davis is one half of TME, which are the NWA Exodus Pro Tag Champions. They're the Enjoy
Hmm.
Tag Team Champions. I just saw them win another belt recently. Like, I think they've got 3 or 4 belts. I mean, this is a Royal Flava style belt collecting tag team who's been around for probably 6 times as long as Royal Flava, too. And
Hmm.
now Duke Davis is carrying a promotions belt on top of all that other shit. I mean, that's just it's impressive.
And you talk about a guy. I mean, Davis obviously has been around for a while. I mean, he's got some age on him. You talk about a guy that's coming into his own later in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love to see it, man. That's that guys figured out at different times, man. Not everybody can be Marcus Mathers, right? Not
Right.
everybody's going to be that phenom right off the bat. But there are absolutely guys. I mean, DDP back in the day, right?
Yes.
DDP coming into his own in his late 30s, right at 40. I mean, just and listen,
Batista,
DDP is right up there for me, man. Is one of the best.
no doubt.
Um, it's just nice that these guys don't give up on it. And man, Duke, thank you because you are an absolute beast.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said. So then we got into it.
Hmm.
Oh, I made
Boy,
another
did
note.
we.
I made another note. I gotta say it because we talk about this shit all the time. Love the ring announcer, man. That was like big fight, like UFC style announcement, man. And then the camera was
Hmm.
like swooshing over to one guy and swooshing over to the other. Like I thought it had a big fight feel.
Yeah,
Um,
it added it like you said, it added like an air of legitimacy to it, right? Like we're in a big pro fight here. This is a big deal. This is you know
yeah.
we're getting ready to throw down.
Yep. Yep. And of course, these two hosses spill outside several times, but that's after Cardona does the great heel chicken shit. You know what I mean? He's in and out of the ring several
Hmm.
times trying to bait Davis. Davis ends up running out of the ring and chasing him around. They go back in the ring, and of course, Cardona's waiting for him and ambushes him. Go outside again later. This time, Duke Davis follows, and they actually battle outside on the guardrails and shit. There's a lot of time spent outside, but these guys were doing a lot of heavy damage. Um, What else did I have? I'd say, yeah. Then they get back in, and then Cardona's choking him with his T-shirt, which cracked me up. That's after Duke Davis hit him with a cookie sheet outside the ring. Just, but what I like, that's what I like. So then they finally get back in the ring for real. Cardona tries to come off the top rope, and Duke Davis catches Matt Cardona midair. Holy
Dude,
that's
that was impressive because Cardona's not a little guy, man.
no,
And Davis, dude, it wasn't even a little bit of like ooh, he's gonna get it. Dude, he stopped. It just all the momentum just stopped. Davis didn't move. He just snatched him and then stood there with him. It wasn't like it went right into a slam. I mean, he let Cardona know, hey, you done messed up.
right, no doubt. It was awesome, man. And So, but then we go to the we start sort of going home, I guess you could say, and we get sort of the schmozzy stuff going on, right? The ref goes down. Davis goes to check on him. Cardona hits him with a low blow. Then Jamie Jamison comes out of nowhere with a sledgehammer.
Dude, he rocked him though, right? I mean,
Yep.
whew.
But he went for it a second time. What is it Gorilla Monsoon used to say? He went to the well once too often.
Once
Second
too
time with
often,
a
baby.
sledgehammer, Cardona gets him. I mean, he gets Cardona. But then there's no ref. Davis choke bombs him. Still no ref.
Dude, and how impressive was that move? That choke bomb was. I mean, he was in the rafters.
Yeah. He seriously was, man. And again, huge credit. I'm not taking anything away from Duke Davis. A great job in this match by both of these guys. But Cardona, you could tell, was doing a lot of the little things that made Duke Davis look
Oh,
even better.
absolutely.
Like so many of it.
He was there to make Davis look like $1,000,000. And you know what? I don't think he made him look like $1,000,000. He made him look like $1,000,000,000. Because listen, I'm ready to sign Duke Davis up now. If I'm starting a promotion, I might want that guy for my champ, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, that's another guy. Keep him away from the collective, please.
Right. Hey, you know what? And that's another thing too. You mentioned I mean, it's kind of the Ric Flair thing, right? Like
Right.
back in the day in the territories, Ric Flair would go into the territories with his belt. He would make their top guy look like $1,000,000. He would escape with his life, lose by DQ or whatever, and then go to another territory and make someone else look good. If I pull up my spreadsheet last from the IWX, Cardona this year was 7-27 in singles matches that were not on TV. But that's what he's doing. He's putting guys over. That's the Lord's work,
Yep.
right?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, listen, there's a reason that he's called the indie god, and it's not for his win-loss record. I mean, the guy legitimately is out here trying to elevate as many guys as he can. He's using his name, he's using his platform to bring everybody up with him, right? Dude, you gotta respect that. You gotta love it, right?
Right. Yeah, guys like Cardona going 7-27 this year are the reason, and of course this is intergender, but stick with me. But guys like Cardona going 7-27 this year are the reason why people like Nikki Blackheart can rise and go 18-1. That's how you make people. Nikki Blackheart is getting made by people like Cardona taking the L and making them look like $1,000,000. They're building stars. The whole talk about John Cena going out in his last match, people are saying it should be someone young that's going to get a huge rub. I heard Conrad say it should be Logan Paul. Like, what kind of huge rub are you going to get off? How much money is Logan Paul going to get out of being the guy that says he retired John Cena? I get it. I get what I know. But like, how much currency is he going to get out of that? You know?
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing here. You know what I mean? He's putting over these guys and Duke Davis. If anybody didn't know about Duke Davis already, go watch this match. Go watch this match. Like I said,
I guarantee you walk away with a new favorite wrestler.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so listen, that is they just posted it a couple of days ago. Where's my thing? I think the title of it is just Duke Davis versus Matt Cardona on the IWC YouTube channel. They just posted it this week. There was a really cool intro too with Duke Davis talking about, winning the belt and everything. It's a really cool 28 minutes. It's not a hard watch at all. It's a very, very quick watch and very enjoyable, I thought.
Very.
All right, John, let's get into this control center and then let's get out of here. I got 4 shows to talk about coming up this week. I'm going to try to share my screen because we're going to do this a little bit differently this time because I couldn't download audio today.
Uh-oh. Everybody's having computer issues today, man.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm sitting here on my phone.
Yeah, no. There was some sort of server issue in some of the places where I download those things, and it just wasn't it wasn't happening, So I apologize, John, that I'm going to share my screen with you and end up seeing all my chaos. So let me do this like this, actually, so it doesn't cause too much of an issue. There we go. Okay. So I've got 4 shows to talk about coming up this weekend in our control center. We are starting off on Friday this time, John, with Forever Pro Wrestling. They are having a show called Accelerate. It's taking place at the National Guard Armory on Friday night in Scottsburg, Indiana. What do we got here, John? Let's see. Doors open at 6:30. Bell time 7:30. General admission $10. Front row $20. Children 10 and under free general admission with a paid adult. On the slate for Friday night at Forever Pro Wrestling, we've got, starting off with a triple threat, Alexander Cole versus Ty Vance versus Cray Folsom. Then we got Rutgers taking on Luther Stone. The 4PW title is on the line. Brandon Abels is going to defend against Ace King. Then we got a winner-takes-all match, unification. The AIWF Mid-American and AIWF Americans Heavyweight Championships are on the line as Eric Draven takes on, yes, sir, Derek Winter. There must be a winner, and the winner takes all. That'll be very cool. And we have a tag team match for the tag titles. Another triple threat, the Tragedy Boys, who I can tell you in advance are going to be on the Indie Wrestling Experience top tag team list for sure.
Nice.
The Tragedy Boys are going to be there. They're defending the tag team titles in a triple threat against Black Diamond and the Gruesome Twosome. The problem is that Creed Costello of the Gruesome Twosome has been having a little bit of trouble finding his partner, Johnny Cisco. Let's hear from Creed Costello.
Hello, I'm Creed Costello, and you are currently in my kitchen. I don't think I've slept in about 2 days, 48 hours, because I've been running all over Scottsburg and the surrounding areas looking for my tag partner, Johnny Cisco. See, the Tragedy Boys have been keeping their trails really cold, okay? Meanwhile, they've been almost taunting me. They've been sending me locks of his hair, bits of his shirt, little voice memos. I heard they made him watch the entire 1,000 episode run of One Piece. Okay? That's screwed up. See, I've been in every hole and holler in southern Indiana. I've been giving out wanted posters. I've been getting bloodhounds on the scene, smelling pieces of his clothes. I mean, I'm up here in my own home, pacing around. I can't even sit down. I can't even sit straight. I'm sick to my stomach thinking about what they're doing to my best friend. I'm trying to find some enjoyment. I'm out on the porch. I got an IV earlier. I'm out here with my cat. But 21st is coming sooner rather than later. And Black Diamond Entertainment, they're 2 formidable challenges. They got the better of me last month. And don't get me wrong, fellas. I appreciate the opportunity. You two have been more than gentlemen. But I have to do what I have to do on the 21st. And Tragedy Boys, I've lost all respect for you. I mean, what kind of man has done what you guys have done to us over the past couple of months? You've messed with us professionally. You've messed with us personally. You've affected my sleep schedule. I can't stay. I just got a call from someone in Evansville at a Meijer who matched his description. So, I'm going back out there. Tragedy Boys, you have affected my friends, and you have affected my money. And those are 2 unforgivable sins in the book of Creed Costello. And I am bringing as much hellfire as I possibly can fit in my Honda CRV, and I am bringing it right to your front door in Scottsburg, okay? Those Forever Pro Tag Team Championships are going to be a beautiful welcome home present for my best friend when I free him from whatever depraved dungeon you've got him in. Say your piece, fellas. Judgment Day's coming.
Oh, man. They've affected a lot of his stuff. He's not happy.
No, he's not happy, man. He's headed out to the Meijer. Hopefully he found what he was looking for at the Meijer. Oh man, well, I've been interested to hear from this person for a while. We've got a women's title match coming up this weekend at Forever Pro Accelerate. Madison Payne is going to be there trying to dethrone one of my favorite newcomers, or newcomer to me, onto the scene. Forever Pro Women's Champion Storm Garcon.
Storm
Madison
Garcon.
Payne. You and me go way back. I've known you for years. I've seen you since you were just a little wee tot, doing bumps in the middle of the ring, figuring out exactly what it means to be a professional wrestler. And over the past few years, girl, you have proven yourself. I'm proud of you. You've really been eating it up. But the thing is that over time, you've become disrespectful, you've become rude, and all of a sudden, you think that you're better than me, the main topic, Storm Garcon. And every single time that you get in the ring with me, I show you differently. But you're consistent, and I'll give you that because you earned a spot in the Women's Championship match in just a week against me because you beat Diami. That's a very tall task. But I'm not Diami. I'm the first ever Forever Pro Women's Champion. And I beat you to do it. So if you think that you're going to come and get your lick back on November 21st, baby, you are in for a whole new world. Because I'm ready for you. I just don't think that you're ready for the elevator. I'll see you on November the 21st.
Whee! Like that promo.
Dude, Storm does not play.
Nope. I'm telling you, rising star. That's another rising star, man.
Absolutely.
We got two more matches still on this card, John. We've got another triple threat. This is for the Indiana Heritage title. Sage Phillips versus Cavron Canyon versus the champion Danger Josh Crane. That'll be a hell of a title match. And then we've got one more match. Ty Ice is going to take on Avery Hertz, and we've got some thoughts from Ty Ice.
Avery Hertz, I loved you like a brother, man. We were going to be on top of the tag team division. But ever since last time you and I teamed up, I found out that you are nothing more than a selfish, egotistical prick. You want to hide behind those sunglasses you wear? You want to hide behind those iced out chains that I helped you get because you can't stand the fact that you hate yourself more than anybody else, and now you're taking that frustration out on me? That's low, dude. I didn't want this. But on November 21st, I'm planning on putting you back in your place. And I'm going to knock out the iced out knockout. I'll see you then, brother.
Yeah, that doesn't work for him, brother.
That sounds a little personal, my friend.
I'm down. I don't know how you can see it on your phone with the visual, but I'm into this foliage behind him as he's walking, man. It's so pretty. Maybe I'm just getting old. Shit. At least I'm not 50. Let's see. So we've got, all right. So anyway, that was Forever Pro. That is, if you're looking for their tickets or check out their social media. It's the number 4 ever. So it's one word, 4EVER Pro Wrestling on Facebook. Again, that show is called Accelerate. It happens this Friday, National Guard Armory, Scottsburg, Indiana. Moving on to Saturday, the 22nd, we've got Real Action Pro Wrestling having a show called the Thanksgiving Throwdown at the Ohio Urban Renaissance Center in Youngstown, Ohio. We've got Jeff. Let's see. Hold on. Before I get into that, let me read the actual information here. Doors open at 5:30. Bell time at 6. Tickets are $15 for front row and general admission, $12 for kids and under. You can win a Thanksgiving turkey in our holiday raffle. That's a hell of a prize there. And a special gift from Santa Claus to kick off the season.
Nice.
Yeah, right? So free turkey. I was in a free turkey. We've got Jeff Meekins taking on Jimmy Jammer in a wild card title match. We've got a tag title match between Pretty Tough and Fire and Ice. We've got RJ Jonesy versus JP Levin for the junior heavyweight title. And John, I'm going to give you a call back to a few weeks ago's IWX Watch This and a guy you picked out of the crowd. Kip Page will be there taking on Vito Mozzarella.
Hey.
That's John's guy from before. Let's see what he's got to say. Oh, you can win. I'm scrolling through the Facebook page. Oh, they already drew for it. Okay. Damn. Congratulations. Mama Stewart gives back, it says. Anyway,
very good. Congrats.
That's right. Where's Vito Mozzarella's promo? There it is.
Why don't you listen to me for just 1 second? Okay? I lose my junior heavyweight championship to Jonesy, and then dudes like Ray Stewart get to skip the line the very next month, right? I don't get my rematch, right? And then that asshole standing right over there, he gets to talk to Jonesy and get his own fight with him, right? I'm talking about you. How about you come over here? You can hear me better. Huh? I don't know if your ears are working right. What's my problem with you?
Hey! This is not how you get your rematch.
Oh, yeah?
Matter of fact, you're not even going to have one next month. Because this isn't how I do things here.
Wait. You're saying he has nothing going on next month?
Nope.
All right, so if you have a problem with me, how about you settle with me next month then?
Oh, I like it. Kip versus Vito at Thanksgiving Throwdown. It's booked.
You know what? Next month, if you want me to put you out to pasture, be my guest. You're not breaking any more of my fingers.
Oh my goodness gracious. Vito is
I love it.
That's a guy with some charisma. I just got to stay on a full screen.
Dude, he has got charisma for days. I'm telling you, you can't turn the TV on and watch that guy or the computer or any clips or anything and not be sucked in and engaged to what he's got going on. I'm telling you, the guy is a future star for sure.
I agree, man. He's got that charisma or something. You know what I mean? Like when he flinched and having his fingers broken again just because Kip just moved a little bit. It's so good. Like that's I like that kid. That's another one to watch. When we do our year-end awards, John, you and I have to talk about this, but one of our year-end awards is going to have to be Rising Stars, and Vito Mozzarella is going to have to be one of the nominees for sure.
He would definitely have to be in contention as far as I'm concerned.
No doubt. Let's see. What else do we got on this same card? Again, this is Real Action Pro Wrestling's Thanksgiving Throwdown, Saturday the 22nd. Bell time 6 o'clock. Our Sean Resnick is going to take on Levi Masterson for the Heritage title. We're going to have the Stevie Edwards Memorial Battle Royal. Another name, John, that we've become familiar with in the last few weeks that we are very high on. Jimmy James is going to battle Colt Johnson for the RAPW championship.
Nice.
Yeah. Colt Johnson's another one that you put that kid on a mic and it's just, he can just go. Yep. And then I got, we're going to hear from both sides of this match. We've got a 6-man tag. Club Extreme and Ricky Lynn are going to take on Hysteria and Jeremy Halko. Jeremy Halko has made his allegiance crystal clear. It says he is with Hysteria.
16 years, bouncer. 16 years! I have been the backbone of a company that was you. And let me tell you, B, I have been your friend for a long time, and what did you do? What did you do? You stabbed me in the back. You didn't say sorry. So November 22nd, I finally get my chance to kick your ass.
That's good and all, but I think we need to up the stakes a little bit. How about this? We win, we get Ricky. No! We win, I get Ricky.
Ooh.
See you soon!
I love that. I am here for that. That is weird and wild.
That sounds like malicious intent right there.
Right, doesn't it? I'd be afraid if I was Ricky. That's like Ricky Lynn needs to keep herself figured out, settled.
Ricky Lynn may want to call in sick to work.
Anyway, so let's see. Moving on. Saturday, the 22nd. I got 2 more shows for you here, John. Grapple Pro. They are having a show called Violent in Public Again. This is going to...
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Hold on. I don't know if you can see this on the screen. Can you see that graphic?
Yes. Let's see if I can try to enlarge. I can't enlarge it.
I
Unfortunately, I got the small screen.
Yeah. I'll have you look at it later. I said it to you later. You just look at this graphic and tell it's going to be a wild show.
Nice.
They got six matches on the card. This is Grapple Pro Violent in Public Again, taking place at the Southtown Walleye Association of Western New York in Hamburg, New York. We've got Braxton Billingsley is going to take on Anthony Musso for the Grapple Pro title. We've got Shawan Ross versus Haley Dillon, and another one of John's guys. Kodiak is going to be there, and he is not impressed with Hayden Backlund.
Hey, that's my travel buddy.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Well, Kodiak's about to kill him, it sounds like.
Oh.
Yeah! Hayden, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for inspiring me. Because I want everything that you have. The opportunities with the big companies, the chance to be on TV. But if I can't have it, neither can you. November 22nd, I'm going to shoulder my way right past you and straight to the top of Grapple Pro. And I'm going to take everything else that you have with me. Hey, Rough Karen, what were you saying your favorite cat's name is?
Oh, his name's Eden. Sweetest cat ever.
Oh. Turns out Backland's not the only named Hayden around here.
Oh my God, Kodiak is on fire, man.
Yeah, he's not one to be messed with. I'll tell you what. Hayden's smart, man. Hayden is not going to play that game.
No doubt, man. We've seen Hayden in action, man. Hayden can go, but Kodiak is scary. So I don't know what to make out of that match.
It's going to be interesting.
It is.
They say styles make matches, and this one is stylistically, man. It's two different guys, so it's going to be good.
Yeah, the graphic is literally Hayden Backlund on one side and an actual bear on the other. So that gives you an idea what they think of Kodiak. Let's see. We're still talking about Grapple Pro Violent in Public again. I got 1, 2, 3 matches I already did. Okay, we've got Steve Gage is going to be there. And he's going to take on Flux. And Flux has a message for Steve Gage.
It's gone past wrestling. It's not wrestling anymore. Wrestling has stopped. We tried to have a wrestling match. We tried to be cool. We tried to have fun. We tried to mellow it out. Now y'all really just want to fight, don't you? That's what you want. You want to fight. You want to fight me. You want to fight him. He'll be fine. This isn't torn. You don't re-tear knees. This will be fine. This ain't gonna take long. Believe me, he'll be fine. He's fired the hell up. I ain't gotta worry about him.
Fired up. I'm ready to go home.
Relax.
Relax.
No, I'm sorry. One sec. No. Hey, I wanted Mikey. All right, for real. But of course, Mikey's gonna hide behind his muscle. Yeah, Steven, I'll see you in 3 weeks. I can't wait.
He's strong, Flux.
He is strong. But you know what? We're pissed. And I get to be angry. And I love being angry. Look at this smile. Because then I get to actually fight. I'm not wrestling you, Steve. Put your fists up. Hope we get an impartial ref for once.
Can we go home?
You can walk. I miss the cold. I can't drink out here in the cold no more, but I miss it.
What an insensitive prick.
I'm kind of fired up. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, those are
that is hilarious.
Oh, those guys are fun. That's going to be another hell of a match. We got 2 more on this show. Grapple Pro Violent in Public again. Shax is going to be there taking on Coobs. And then we've got a triple threat of Damon Resnick versus Mr. Fancy versus Ricky Roca.
November 22nd, I get a good opportunity. On one hand, I get the chance to get my get back on David Resnick. And on the other, to be the former champion. I'm not gonna go too much into detail on what I'm gonna do. But Fancy, with all due respect, you got something I need. And that's credibility. And Resnick, not too much to say, but I promise you I'm gonna whoop your ass. Cause you tried to take my arm, now I'm gonna try to take your life.
Damn. Woo! These guys are fired up for these matches this weekend.
Dude, this what are they putting in the water? What are they putting in the water up there? Come on, Hamburg, New York. What are you doing? These guys are killers, man. Killers.
Yeah, that's gonna be that show is gonna be seriously. When you get a chance, go look at that graphic, the Grapple Pro. I'm just telling you,
it sounds fun. It sounds like a great card.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. That's Saturday at the Southtowns Walleye Association of Western New York. Last show to talk about on the Control Center. Last but certainly not least, John.
Ooh,
our buddies.
These are our guys.
Yeah, Focus Pro Wrestling is having another big one this Saturday. Saturday the 22nd. Mo Money, Mo Problems at Widowmaker Brewing in Braintree, Massachusetts. Door time 7, bell time 8 p.m. All ages are welcome, but underage guests are required to be accompanied by an individual that is 21 or over. This card, John, is fucking stacked, dude.
The names of that. Okay, you know what? Think about what we were talking about earlier, right? The downturn. You know, the downslide of indie wrestling right now. Somebody forgot to tell Focus Pro. Okay.
Right? Every card seems to be getting better and better, man. Like
oh, dude, it is ridiculous what Evan and these guys are doing. It is amazing, and these cards, like you said, man, they just keep getting better.
Yeah, so I was a fan of them when Tyree was champion, and now a year later, it's almost completely different. It's awesome, man. I'm really enjoying the transformation here, man. And this show Saturday, first of all, is the culmination of the thing we've been waiting for, the women's title tournament.
Yep. Oh, and it is going to be a banger.
It's Gypsy Mac. It's Gypsy Mac. It's Gypsy Mac. I'm telling y'all, this is Gypsy Mac's time. I've been calling Gypsy Mac for a while. Gypsy Mac is going to beat Kaya McKenna. She's going to be the first Focus Pro Women's Champion. She knew it last. Go ahead.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but dude, Kaya is no pushover. This is not a gimme in any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, shit, dude, we didn't talk a lot about the stuff that we watched this past week. If you get a chance to go watch Saturday's PWF show from North Carolina, dude, I'm glad you mentioned Kaya McKenna and Amanda Kiss in a mixed tag, a violent street fight mixed tag match.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm trying to think. It was Amanda Kiss. Hold on, I got to go back and look at it. I know Drew Hood was in the match, but now I'm like getting all twisted up. It was awesome. Like, I want to see more of this team. Seriously, just go back and watch it. It was Amanda Kiss and Drew Hood defeated Kaya McKenna and Landon Hale in a tag team street fight. Dude, there were kendo sticks and all sorts of shit. It was Amanda Kiss is violent. At one point, Kaya locked her out of the venue and used a hockey stick to keep the door barred shut. Like, unreal.
Wow.
It was so fun.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and check that out for sure.
But let's focus on this show. Focus Pro, Saturday. Gypsy Mac has something in hand. Kaya McKenna is already, beaten down from all those kendo sticks from last weekend. But it doesn't matter. Last month, when she beat Izzy Moreno, Gypsy Mac already knew what she was going to do.
I did exactly what everyone thought I wasn't going to do, and that was beat Izzy. Izzy Mania is over here at Focus Pro. And, I might have taken the dirty way out, but that's what I have to do to be a champion. And Kaya, you and your good witch shit is coming to an end, because there's a new witch in town, and that's the Bruja baddie Gypsy Mac.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, John. I'm trying to tell you. Anybody trying to listen to me? I ain't saying, I'm just saying Gypsy Mac. What else?
All right, we're gonna see.
All right. So let's run down this card. Triple threat: Andy Brown versus Desmond Cole versus Miles Hawkins. Holy shit!
Ooh, wow.
Then your boy, they're gonna do it to your boy again, John. This time they've stuck him with Jimmy freaking Lloyd. Brian Bayside is gonna get another death match. Another death match king is gonna come carve up our boy. Hopefully Brian can escape.
Brian, just apologize, man.
Right? My God, whatever you did, dude, just stop the carnage. Actually, no, I like watching it, so I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Oh shit, we've got the tag titles on the line, John. Post game are going to defend against Waves and Curls. And well, I won't say it on here. I think some other things are going on, some external forces here that might be involved in this match. But keep an eye on this tag title match. Waves and Curls is a legit team. Another team I've been researching for my list. Trust me.
All right.
And post games on it. I mean, those guys have been just.
Oh, they're on fire, man.
Absolutely on fire, man. We've got. This is really cool. Two of my so Shannon Levangie. If there's going to be a don't call it a comeback. My Onyx throwback. If they don't call it a comeback award for this year, it would go to Shannon Levangie. No doubt. She is going to take on what is definitely going to be at least one of my rising stars of this year, nominees for Rising Star of 2025, Regan Lydale, who has just been all over the Midwest and freelance and second winning titles, making a name for herself. These two are going to put on a match that is not to be underestimated. Where is my Shannon Levangie promo?
It's been a long time since Shannon Levangie has been at Focus Pro Wrestling, and a lot has changed since the last time I was there. I mean, there's lots of new faces, there's new fans, and most importantly, there's a new Focus Pro Women's Championship. And now that I'm finally back, I'm looking to reclaim my spot back at the top of the women's division. And that all starts on November 22nd as I take on Ragin Lydale. And while my attention is going to be on Ragin, I'm also going to be keeping a close eye on the finals of the Focus Pro Women's Championship Tournament.
Damn right.
Let's just say, Shannon Levangie is so back.
Shannon Levangie is legit. I'm telling you, she will take that title off of either Kaya or Gypsy if she wants to. And not only that, we had a conversation about this. Rad Pro, that is Iceless from Rad Pro. I'm telling you, in December, she's about to be the Rad Pro champion as well. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Shannon Levangie is awesome. That's the match of the night, the candidate to steal the show or steal the night.
All right.
We've got JB Anderson, my PG County guy, is back. He survived Otis Cogar last time. This time he is back to take on Mike Grassa. We've also got Fancy Ryan Clancy, the new IWTV champion, is going to be there taking on Austin Luke. And in the main event, John, it is on again.
Ooh.
My guy's getting his belt back. He's got to get his belt back. Monty Aries coming for Danny Miles again. Can he take the belt off Danny Miles? I think he can. Danny Miles disagrees.
Monty, I told you, keep your head on a swivel. I told you, keep your head on a swivel. You see, your inexperience, that inexperience I've been telling you about from the beginning is what cost you that match tonight. 20 damn years I've been in professional wrestling. You think that I don't know that the champion keeps his title on a count out? But I will give it to you. You had a contingency. I'll give it to you. Focus Pro management, the same management that's been fucking me over since the first day I walked in here, gave you what you wanted. An immediate rematch in a match of your choosing. And what did you choose? A dog collar match! A dog collar match! You must not have done your research. I've been in some of the most brutal dog collar matches there have ever been! And November 22nd will be no different. This is my era of violence. And we are going to be in one of the most violent matches that has ever existed. And your dreams of holding this championship will be crushed.
Wow, man.
Dude, Danny is jacked for this, right? But dude, right now, I don't want to see Manny Aries coming near me at all.
Nope.
So listen. Best of luck to you, Danny. You're gonna need it, brother.
Seriously, man. That guy in that promo, I don't know. I'm just pulling names out here, but to me, he had like Moxley violent energy intensity with the mouth of Kevin Steen or something like that. Like it was like
absolutely, but he is running into a force of nature, man.
Oh yeah, no, Monty's our guy, man. Monty is gonna do the thing.
Monty is a dangerous man on the best of days, and you are getting him pissed off. You are getting an angry Manny Aries. I just, hope you paid your insurance up, buddy.
No doubt. No doubt, my friend. That's going to be one hell of a main event. I am going to watch that live if I can. We got the Thanksgiving weekend coming up. But if I can't watch it live, I am certainly going to watch it as soon as it posts, depending on what Saturday looks like for me. You know, I'm old. I don't know if I can stay up that late. But last time I made it to intermission of Focus Pro, and then I had to watch the rest later, but that's just because I'm old.
Well, then how do you think I feel?
Yeah, exactly. You are old. You're in your 50s, for God's sake. That's it. That's it. Well, hey, man, I thought this was a really fun show, man. I learned a lot.
This wasn't our typical, and that's, I'm saying that as a good thing. It was a nice change of pace. Man, Rich, that guy is just bonkers smart about the wrestling business, man, and can't thank him enough for giving it, letting us in and giving us his 2 cents and making us feel like we knew something about something.
Right. We get little sound bites we can tell our friends like we actually know shit.
Exactly.
The only problem is you're the only friend I would do it to, and you. So it doesn't really work.
I mean, I wouldn't say friend.
Dick. All right, that's it. I'm calling the show. We're done. This was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, that's right. It was a good. Like I said, man, I had a lot of fun tonight, man. I really learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to next week. I have no idea what we got planned. I see your meaty finger going towards your phone. Ready to go?
Yeah, ready to roll, baby.
Yeah, man. Send them out of here, John.
All right, everybody. Thanks for sitting with us, and we will see you next week.
See you guys.